Broadcasting live from the Unity Point Studios, this is the voice of Muscatine, KWPC AM 860.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh! Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
If nautical nonsense be something you wish,
SpongeBob SquarePants!
then drop on the deck and flop like a fish!
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Ready? SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob
SquarePants! Some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
Well, what the hell is supposed to do, you moron?
It's time to go fishing with your buddy Jerry. Welcome to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. Heard exclusively on the voice of Muscatine, AM 860 KWPC. Now you can call Jerry with any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, or just to find out where the fish are biting. The phone number is 563-263-8600. Jer, let's start the show.
All right, good Friday morning, Muscatine. We're ready to go on this holiday weekend. Holiday. To some words that she says, holiday. But anyway, hey, look, the weather's going to be great. I don't know, I'm hearing different reports about Monday, but today and tomorrow look fantastic. You're going to want to get out there and get on it. At the bait shop this morning at 4 a.m., I was expecting a delivery. My delivery guy usually comes late Thursday night, or he comes very early on Friday morning. So I told guys I had run out of minnows yesterday. I had gotten rid of the last bit of minnows. I said, my dude's coming. He'll be here. What time does he get here? Well, he usually gets here about 4 in the morning. All right, cool. We'll be at the shop. We'll meet you at 4 in the morning. And another guy called me up. Hey, you said something about getting salamanders? I said, yeah, I'll get salamanders. So anyway, he showed up at 4 o'clock. So I had two guys in the shop at 4 o'clock this morning and no bait guy. And we him-hawed around, we talked and all that. It still wasn't showing. So I dialed him on my phone. I said, Joe, what's going on, bud? Oh, the hotel forgot to call me and wake me up. I'll be right there. So luckily he was staying in Muscatine, and he showed up about 5:45, and everything was taken care of. Other than that, I get excellent service from them. But long story short, what we've got going on here is we have salamanders are in, and crawdads are in, leeches are in, so we've got plenty of bait. And these salamanders, let me tell you, they look like little baby crocodiles. I mean, they're a good 12 inches long. They went right out the door. I've got plenty more, so don't worry about it. Let's get on with your fishing report. We got a lot to cover today. Big Hollow Lake. It just really hasn't recovered after last week's cold weather. Fishing remains slow down there. I've had that all week long. I've had guys come in, hey, I did really good today, and I'll have guys that went on another day and they didn't do real good. Bluegill are rated as good. Work the shallows, you'll find the bluegills. Crappie are fair. They still remain in 7 to 8 feet of water, and that's what I'm kind of seeing all around this area, not just Big Hollow. The reservoir up there, Coralville, the lake level is a normal summer pool of 683.4 inches, so that's normal. The crappie at Coralville are rated good. Some nice 10 to 14 fish, or 14-inch fish, are being caught in shallow water on jigs. Diamond Lake, bluegill, they're rated as good. Crappie are also rated as good up at Diamond Lake. Remember, Diamond Lake, no minnows. You can't use the minnows. You just got to use either wax worms, jigs, earthworms, something like that, but you can't use the minnows there. The Iowa River, which comes off Coralville there from Coralville Lake. The outflow at the reservoir is about 3,000 cubic feet per second. And they're predicted to slowly drop next week. That means Iowa's going to start dropping. Channel catfish are rated as fair on the Iowa River. Lake Belvedere, the fishing really hasn't recovered from last week's cold weather. If we get a couple more warm days in a row, I think it'll pick right back up. The bluegill, though, their rate is fair. The cold weather, like I said, has affected these guys. Crappie at Lake Belvedere are fair. A change in the weather has driven the crappies back out to deeper, 7 to 8 foot. It's kind of like a broken record. Same thing over and over again. Lake McBride, the crappie, the male crappies are right at the Rocky Banks now. Seems like the morning has been the best, and best reports are coming from the south part of the lake, which would make sense because the south receives the sun all day and warms up the water, and that's what's going to get them active. Walleye at Lake McBride, they're fair early and late in the day. Remember, walleye don't really care for a lot of light. That's why you're better to go out in low light conditions that you're going to catch these shallow. They're still holding about 8 to 13 feet during the day, but you'll pick them up shallower along the rocks in them low light areas. Water temps are approaching about 70 degrees up there at Lake McBride. The water clarity is excellent in much of the lake. So what that also tells you, just like Deep Parks Lake, when these lakes are that crystal clear, you're going to want to go with the lighter monofilament or maybe a fluorocarbon line. That makes that line a little bit more invisible. When that water's really clear, them fish can see everything that's going on. Largemouth bass are rated as fair at Lake McBride, and they're starting to move into shallow to do a little bit of spawning themselves. Lake Odessa, some bad news still down there from my buddy Randy Brewer at RB's down there, but he heard things are starting to improve on the Mississippi River. They thought it was going to last 2 more weeks, but he told me on the phone this morning that it's already, the river's supposed to crest today, and it's already dropping up at Dubuque. So hopefully within the next couple of days, we'll get it back down to normal. The gate at Lake Odessa for Toolsboro Road has been closed as the Mississippi River flow in through the breach at the Iowa River levee and across the road there. Sand Run is underwater now, as well as the ramp at Schaefer. So you're going to have tough luck down there. But get out and try some of these other places I'm talking about. Lake of the Hills, that's Westlake, up in Davenport. Crappie are good. Crappie fishing is picking up with the warmer temperatures. Largemouth bass is good. And rainbow trout. Now, we've got quite a ways since we've stocked them. Rainbow trout is starting to slow down. That water's warming up. Trout fishing is starting to taper off. I would still expect you can find some off the areas around where Lambach Lake dumps into the lake and the rocky areas around there. You should be able to pick up a few, but there probably ain't going to be too many left after the next couple weeks. Lake Saguma, bluegill, fair. Try using jigs tipped with nightcrawler fish along the shorelines. So the bluegill are getting ready to spawn. I know last night I took a buddy out. We went to go get green sunfish last night. And it was bluegill after bluegill after bluegill. And I mean big hand-sized bluegill. So, yeah, they are moving in. Crappie down at Lake Saguma are fair. 4 to 6 feet of water, what they're calling down there. It's a little bit further south. Maybe it's warmed up a little bit. Largemouth bass at Lake Saguma are good. Target shorelines with submerged structure or rock. Use crawdad, imitation baits, or rubber worms. Mississippi River, like I was talking about. Tailwater stage at Lock and Dam, 16 at Muscatine is 15.3 feet. Flood stage is 15, so we're just a hair over the flood stage. River stage at Muscatine is 16.96, so almost 17 foot. Flood stage is 16. Many of the boat ramps throughout the pool are inaccessible due to high water. Kilpeck Landing is closed. Big Timber is closed. Fishing has been slow due to high water conditions. Now, what Randy has been saying for the last few weeks, even though it's flooded out, if you can get up over the levee and you can fish those flooded areas next to the levee, you're going to pick up some cats, because some big cats are in there rooting around for night crawlers, and they've had pretty good luck catching catfish that way. Taking the boat out, not so much. You're not going to be able to put it in anywhere. If you do, you got to watch out. There's a lot of floating debris out there, and you want to be careful. Once again, for some of you people headed out of town, I'm going to bring up Lake Rathburn. Here's the latest on Lake Rathburn. The current lake level is at 907. The water temperature is 61 degrees. Don't forget, Lake Rathburn contains zebra mussels, so make sure to clean and dry your equipment before transporting to another water body. And we get on a little bit later on the show. I want to bring up something about draining your boats and taking care of that, according to the DNR. The reservoir, crappie at Rathbun, fair. They're staging and moving the shallow water to spawn. The water temperatures have helped to move the crappies into shallower water. Target areas with brush and other submerged structure in 4 to 8 foot depth range. Try minnows fished under slip bobber or casting tube jigs. And that pretty much takes care of it out there. My neck of the woods, the Cedar River, has just been on fire the last week with stink bait. Believe it or not, has been taking some large cats. I've heard good reports from anywhere from 2 pounds to the 8 pound range. We had a little bit of a weather incident Wednesday night. Lights went out, everything. We got a deluge up there. I have a little pond out in front of my shop there, and it was about halfway drawn down on water, and I said, well, I'll let it go a little bit more, and then I'll pump it out and clean it out. Well, I got up that next morning, it's full again. So I'll have to pump that out and clean it out again. Damn it. But that's the way it goes.
But you shouldn't be using the pond as your cesspool for the business.
Well, I usually like to swim in it.
Yeah.
You know, just a little bit. It's not too deep.
I noticed you've been in it. Your complexion's a little darker.
Well, you got to remember, I was in Tampa, baby. A land of hot sun and cold drinks.
Red hot women and ice cold beer, huh?
Well, you get to my age, the sun and the drinks usually do it.
That takes care of it. I'm not too far behind you.
There you go, buddy boy. But anyway, like I'm saying, Cedar's working real good if you use sunny stink bait. I know a lot of guys will say, the water's too cool, but believe me, I've seen the fish come in, and they're biting real good. And like I said, hey, this is your holiday weekend. You're going to want to get out there and enjoy it, because we've only got 6 more months till winter gets here. So we're going to slide into a commercial break, and we're going to be right back with Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show.
The place where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experience fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Weather brought to you by Taco John's. A whole lot of Mexican going on at Taco John's.
Here's a look at your forecast for KWPC AM 860. Throughout today, we'll be seeing a mostly sunny sky with our winds out of the northeast 5 to 10. Highs will be reaching into the mid-70s. Clear skies tonight with east winds light at 5 to 10 and our lows falling back into the lower 50s. For Saturday, we'll see a mostly sunny sky, southeast winds light at 5 to 10 and our highs reaching into the middle 70s. I'm Weather Eye meteorologist Greg Tatro on AM 860. Right now it's 64 degrees.
I just got to keep doing it. Get that linoleum out, and I'll do a little break dance.
A little break dancing, huh?
Yeah, break my leg, break my hip.
I don't know if you're having medical problems out there when you do that, or you need an inhaler or
having
something.
A fit or something.
Yeah.
But hey, we just had Sicilian on. Hey, they're a big sponsor of my show, and I got some big news for you. Gary I don't know if they've cut the new commercial yet or not, but I saw it on Facebook. He talked to me last week about it. Well, actually, two big items. First of all, he's got a smoker going on out there. And no, not me sitting out there in a lawn chair. Hey, come on in, have a sandwich, come on, get good.
Oh, give me a Viagra.
He's starting to do ribs, pulled pork, chicken, all that good stuff. It is just awesome. And another big thing, I talked to him this week. I said, hey, Gare, I've been thinking you guys make them subs, right? He goes, yeah. And I said, what if we had you make us some subs and we'll put them in there every day, fresh subs from the Sicilian. You think that would work? And he said, yeah, you know what? Let's try that. So after the holiday, we are going to be having Sicilian subs fresh daily at the bait shop. Fishing grub. Grab your bait and grab your grub. You're ready to go. So anyway, I just want to make a big shout out to Gary. He's doing a lot of neat stuff. I love his food, and I love him even more being a sponsor of the show. So other than that, without any further ado, Dave's giving me the phone sign.
Yep, that's the Fonzie sign.
I wish you wouldn't use that middle finger because I get that confused.
Well, if I give you the Fonzie sign, my pinky's hanging out, and it just doesn't look right. I don't think the Fonz would approve of that.
Looks like that's how you normally drink your tea.
Well, I don't drink tea, so I'm safe on that.
Yeah.
Who's on the phone here?
Hello, Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. You're on the air.
Hello, mate. Can you hear me there?
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad. Got a bad of a big connection, but hopefully we can talk about.
Okay. You got a heck of an accident, sir. Where you from?
I'm calling you from Walkabout.
Must not have paid his phone bill.
They must not have. Sound like he was from Waterworld.
Yeah, I think he got mugged in the middle of the show. All right, well, hopefully that gentleman will call back.
Yeah. We'll throw him right on if he happens to call back.
There we go. Anyway, hey, I want to talk about a couple things here. The guys this morning, like I said, that showed up real early. We had a lot to discuss waiting for my bait guy to get there. But he brought this thing up in the DNRs, and I know it's been a law for a while, and you guys need to really pay attention to this because they're cracking down on it. When you're out fishing, say like Lake McBride or any body of water, when you pull your boat out of the water, you need to make sure that you pull your drain plug. You need to drain your bilge. You need to also, and this is the big one, drain your live well before you go to another body of water, because they're going to crack down. They're going to start giving tickets out. And I know draining your boat with the boat plug out, you have to have your boat plug out. You have to have your bilge dried. You have to have your live well dried out. And I know you're saying, well, what about my fish? What about my fish? You're just going to have to get used to having a cooler and put ice in it and put your fish in the cooler of ice. That, because if you go to some other place, say you were up, let's use Wheezy Slough, for example. You're for some reason you're out fishing Wheezy Slough, which is infested with the artesian milfoil, and you've got water in your boat in your live well that you've took on from Wheezy Slough, and you're not doing too good at Wheezy Slough. Maybe you got a couple fish, you keep them in the live well and it's full of water. You take off from Wheezy Slough and you go to Lake McBride, and you get up there and you fish and you have a good day there, and it's time for you to head out. And you go to drain your boat down at the end of the day, well, actually, you're putting contaminated water from Wheezy Slough into Lake McBride. So they're going to start really cracking down on that. And the gentleman I was talking to this morning said they were at Big Hollow last week, and the DNR officer kind of told them they're going to start ticketing people. And I think it's about $150 fine. So you want to be sure of that. I know it's a pain, but hey, that's what we got to do to preserve our water. And another legal thing I want to kind of get on here is Randy's got him in my shop. I got him in my shop. He's got him in his shop. I got him in my shop. Are the Iowa regs. You really want to kind of read these things if you're starting to get into some gray areas. Randy had called me earlier in the week, and he said he had a customer down there that was interested in having a cast net, and I think Randy got to talking to him. So if I don't have this according to the gospel, don't get me wrong. But Randy said that the guy wanted a cast net to go out and catch bluegill to use for bait. That is a big, big no-no. You can't use a cast net to catch game fish. Bluegill is considered a game fish. Now, you're legal to use game fish. You can use a 16-inch bass if you want for bait, as long as you caught it legally on a line and hook. But a cast net for game fish is a big, big no-no. So, do we get that line fixed?
Well, he calls in, and if he's from overseas, maybe the satellite deal's acting up, but on a serious note, we have him, and then his line drops off.
The line drops off.
Yeah, kind of like when you snag it in the underbrush there, and our snapper gets it.
Yeah, kind of like that. That's the way it goes. It's a well-oiled machine we are with high technology. But
well, I do have a report here that I don't know if you're responsible for because it came from South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
The police are on a hunt for a man who assaulted an ice cream truck driver with a fudge bar.
No fudging way.
Yeah, no. The Herald says the attack in Rock Hill, South Carolina. You were in that neck of the woods.
I was in Tampa, Florida.
We were pretty close to it. It happened after the suspect accused the driver of giving back incorrect change, and when they arrived, they noticed a red mark on the woman's arm. Now, it must have been a red fudge bar because you would have had like a fudgy brown look on her arm.
Yeah.
They're unable to find a man who supposedly caused it, and the case remains active right here. All right.
Red fudge bar.
Yeah, I'm going to see if this line's... Hello, Jerry's Bait and Tackle.
Hello, mate.
There he is.
There we are. We got a little bit. You're going to have to put some more quarters in the slot, buddy, if you want to talk to me.
Either quarters in the slot or yell at AT&T or something.
All right. What's going on, my friend? How can I help you out?
Well, how you doing there? I got myself a bit of a situation. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, a little bit of static-y. How you doing there, mate?
I'm doing pretty good. Where were you? I got you. You started talking about where you were from, and then it kind of cut off there.
Well, I'm calling you from Walkabout Creek, Australia.
Walkabout Creek, Australia. Well,
love the show. Get here, down under.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know. I guess with the internet and that, it goes all the way down there.
Oh, you're quite a celebrity down here.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Well, looking forward to having you come down here and pop a couple tinnies of Foster's with us.
Oh, I would be more than happy to if I drank. But after last weekend, I'm done with it. No more drinking.
Ain't going to drink any less either.
I'm in a bit of a bad way, though.
Yeah. What's going on, bud?
Well, I was sitting on my front porch, and my old collar Wally come over and said he wanted to go for a swim. Check out some fish out there on the reef.
Mm-hmm. The barrier.
I didn't have my budgie smugglers. So I had to go au naturel, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I think you call it skinny dipping over there.
Yeah.
Well, that's not something you want Wally to do, because there ain't nothing skinny about Wally.
Okay.
Anyways, so we're going for a swim there, looking for some fish. All of a sudden, Wally, a shark.
Yeah.
Seen ourselves a great big great white.
Oh, yeah. The sharks are thick down there in Australia.
They are big down there. So I'll tell you, I was scared crazy. Started swimming like a possum up a gum tree. Swam right through a big old batch of jellyfish.
Oh, good gosh.
Oh, no.
Oh, got me stung up the front side, the back side, all sides.
Oh, no. What'd you...
So I jumped me up there on the beach, and I remember that somebody told me once if you took a whizzy on a jellyfish sting, it'd take the burn away.
A whizzy on a jellyfish. Yeah, I guess I've heard that.
Well, I preferred to do it myself, but I done drank my donga swinging from that shark. But lo and behold, who was there on the beach but Nicole Kidman?
Nicole Kidman? How lucky. How did she...
I'll tell you what, if you're going to have somebody take a whizzy on you, it might as well be Nicole.
I guess. So, what kind of fish you normally fish for down there in Australia?
Oh, well, you know, we got some righteous pollywogs over here.
Mm-hmm. Some pollywogs. We call them frogs over here, I believe.
Yeah, they grow into something great here.
Yeah.
Well, you know what my favorite fish is?
What's your favorite fish, sir?
A blowfish.
Oh, good
Oh,
gosh. All right. Thank you for calling.
Well, I
Jerry.
got a question. So the shark chased you back to shore, and you went through a jellyfish field, right?
That's right.
What happened to your buddy?
Well, I don't know. I ain't seen Wally in a little while. He done run off like a booger.
Yeah?
I think he's over there at the tin, crapping on some tinnies, popping back some Fosters. He's a bit of a wuss if it comes to things like that, you know what I mean?
Well, he may be a wuss, but sounds like he got away unscathed.
Well, he got away unscathed. I think he's over there watching some Tom Cruise movie or something.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what I say. Oh, no. That bloke has done rocked off his wobbly.
Well, I wasn't for sure there who Wally was. Like I said, the Australian to American slang might be off a little bit there. But hey, we appreciate you calling in. If I can send you a T-shirt, send me an email address, and I'll get it out to you real quick.
Well, like I said, we'd love to have you come on down here and pop some Fosters with us. Maybe go some fishing. Maybe on a walkabout there in the outback.
All right, that sounds like a good plan. I'll have to take out a small loan probably to get down there, but I do really want to see Australia sometime. That would be great.
Well, you're welcome anytime, mate.
All right, thank you, sir. Hey, I didn't catch your name. What's your name, bud?
Our name's Mick Dundee.
Mick Dundee. Well, cool beans, Daddy-O. Thank you for calling the show. And
Thank you, sir.
Cool beans. We'll catch you later. We're going to take a slight break, and we'll be right back.
The place where he was born and
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experience fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
All right, we are back. Man, let's see. I'm going to get one of them big world maps in here, and I'm going to put a pin in it every time we get one of them international callers and that, and see how full we can make it.
You sound like you had a Louisiana accent.
But yeah, the Australian kind of it does all over. But, you know, hey, at least we're getting phone calls.
Yeah.
And with that, we should get a few phone calls right now.
Oh.
That's right. Captain Katie's pulling into port. So be the first caller at 563-263-8600. And you get to rummage around in Captain Katie's tackle box.
Well, that tackle box under her desk. Captain
We got to change that song.
Reach in your hand. Pull out of here. Captain Katie. Finer fisherman you never did see. Captain Katie.
That's enough of that.
That's enough. We got to change that. Who we got on the phone with us? Hello.
Hello. Here we go. Try
Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Oh, we got you. Great. Who is this?
I'm not sure. Is it me that's on the phone?
Yes. It's you on the phone.
I can't hardly hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Well, anyway, we have Sue on the phone.
You have Sue on the phone.
And I think you sound like you got an accent.
Who, me or Dave?
What's wrong here? We're having a bad connection.
We're having a bad connection. You
Bad
know what?
connection.
The phone is,
I can barely hear you guys, and I'm not hard of hearing.
Dave or Jerry's got a accent.
Mike.
Mike?
Mike.
Yeah, you sound. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from right here.
This is interesting.
Are you from here? Well, you sound like you have an accent.
Well, it's like this.
Well,
I'm
anyway,
from all over
what's
the place.
up? I really just called to tell you that. I do have grandsons that fish.
Oh, okay, good. I didn't know where we were going with this conversation.
I don't. I'll tell you, I don't know what's wrong with the connection here. Can you? I don't know whether if I hang up, somebody else is going to call.
Well, yeah, Sue, if you can hear me, Sue, you have won.
If I go by the radio, I can hear you probably.
There you
but
go.
I was trying to stay away from the radio.
If she's listening to the radio.
Okay, I'm going back by the radio.
Yeah, go by the radio there.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
It's going to be a delay, Sue, if you're
It
listening
is?
to the radio.
Nah, there's no delay.
There ain't no delay?
Only if you're on the internet. There's like a
Only on the
20-second
internet?
delay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Sue, you
Yeah.
are the big winner today.
I am.
Yeah, stop on out here at the offices of KWPC. Got to stop out by 3 because they're shutting her down at 3. They got
3 today?
Yep.
Well, you don't
Okay.
have to today. You can do it
Well,
next week.
we'll be out that way, so.
All right, yeah, they've got all their coolers out here, and it's full of beer, and these guys are ready to head out of here for the weekend.
Just stay away from the transmitter field.
Well, they think it's a special weekend. Yes, it is a special weekend.
That's what they say.
Are you
Yeah.
going fishing this weekend?
No.
What?
But my grandkids.
No prize for you.
I have. No, I'm not a fisherman. I'm more like just lay around and look at the river, you know.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but you might as well have a fishing pole in your hand while you're doing it.
Well, I see. I don't know what I'm supposed to. Just go out there and they'll tell me what to do, right?
Yeah, kind of like you're like me at my house. I just show up and they tell me what to do.
Right, exactly. Like when my husband comes home, I
Right.
tell him what's going on.
Right, and I do it wrong, and for some reason the toilet seat's supposed to be down, and
Oh God, yes.
Yeah,
Don't leave that toilet seat.
What's up with guys? I don't know. 47 years, you think I would have learned that? But
Well, anyway, so
stop on out to the radio station. Just give them your name, and Captain Katie will put a tackle box up, and you just reach in your hand and pull out something.
like
Yeah.
a grab bag.
Yeah, well, don't grab too hard because there's a lot of hooks in there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be careful of that, but I would let somebody else. But I do have 2 grandkids that fish, so why not?
Well, that's fantastic. You're a good
Yeah.
grandmother.
Yeah.
You're not a bad mother like Dave. Dave's a bad mother, but you're a good grandmother.
You can't say the other half of that on the radio.
All right. Thank you, Sue, for calling in
All right,
and
thanks,
listening
Mike.
to the show. Mike.
Bye-bye.
All right. I don't know who Mike is, but...
Yeah, who is Mike?
Well, with that, we're going to slide out here. And remember, stop by and check out any of your local bait shops. Just not mine. Randy's, Big Mills, Lou's, whatever. Go out there. Go fishing this weekend. This is the time to enjoy her. We are going to slide out of here, and I will see you next week.
Yep.
For Captain Dave Stiles, and for me, Jared Provides, I want to say goodbye, be safe, good luck.
You know, another guy says that, too, on
Yeah.
another radio station. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, fam. All right, thank you. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Jerry will be back next Friday, right here on the Voice of Muscatine, to talk about fishing, life, and even a few jokes. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next Friday. Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show on the Voice of Muscatine. I think I got a big one on the line, Jer. Gonna need a bigger boat.
But I love to fish.